Pokemon has hit a rough patch, you guys, with some controversial Pokemon like this guy, or even this guy. This guy's cool. Pokemon starters have really gone downhill since their heyday. It's a steady banger after banger, and then it just starts to go downhill. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hello, it's me, Jordan. Once again, welcome to my office. You know the drill. I'm the creative director at Digital Gravy Animation. We have very talented artists. We do team challenges. This week's team challenge is, drumroll please. Thank you, Guillermo. Designing a new Pokemon starter line. Woo! Right? Everybody, let's hear it for the... This challenge was inspired by one of our artists, Kamei, from our last team challenge video. If you haven't seen it, stop this video right now and go watch that one because it's great. Yeah, we're going to be designing new Pokemon starters because who doesn't like Pokemon? If you say you don't, then you're dumb. And also, you're a liar. You got your Squirtles, you got your Tortwigs, you got your Litten, Charmanders, Charmeleons, Charizard, the classic. This guy right here was my first starter, and I love him. And then he evolved into this cool guy, and I was like, what the? That's neat. And then he turned into this guy, and I'm like, whoa, you're like a full-grown man. Anyway, the whole concept is great, and it's really fun to see the evolution of a design. So I thought it'd be a fun idea for our artists to do that. Here's the challenge. The rules are simple. Usually starters are grass, fire, water. But for this video, you can be whatever type that my artists want. It does have to be a 3-stage evolutionary line, and they have to be equal levels of cute, iconic, and dangerously choosable. We don't want any leftover Pokemons, basically. We want them all to be adopted into good homes. I need to think of what kind of Pokemon I want to create. I think I'm going to do a fire starter because I've always loved the fire starter the most. It's really powerful, and I don't know, everyone just like fire is so cool. Pokemon are usually like based around animals. I'm trying to think of like an animal that I would... So I think I'm going to choose a llama. I don't think there are any actually in canon. Let me look this up really quick. There do seem to be a lot of fake Pokemon designs that are llamas, but mine's gonna be the best one. Let's check on Amber and see how Amber's doing.
What up, guys? It's me, Amber. Liam and Jordan asked me to do a video about my process for the team challenge, and we were asked to design Pokemon in like 3 stages. Here's the deal.
Amber doesn't know shiz about Pokemon. Never seen the show. And so I thought it'd be funny to put a little handicap on our friend Amber so she couldn't look up any reference.
I don't know anything about Pokemon. I am going in this like point blank, knowing nothing, which is great. Yeah, I honestly think they just really like watching me struggle because I'm a social abnormal person. Socially inept. I live under a rock. I know zero about Pokemon. My process, I don't even know if it should be called a process. Pokemon, like what is going on? They're animals. I'm not sure if they're even animals. Like they come out of eggs that are in the shape of a Pokeball, apparently, with a black button. I don't understand why an egg would have a button. The only Pokemon I can remember is a turtle with a tree growing out its back. I think its name was Turtwig. Correct! Are they radioactive animals? Is that why the guy wears gloves? Like the anime dude? Are they his pets? Why does he have radioactive pets? Apparently they go in like 3 stages. I don't know if it's like the beginning, middle, and end of the animal's life, or it's just like baby, tween, and like horrific monster mode. That's all I know about Pokemon. I don't know anything, but I do know that I love llamas.
So I think I'm going to choose a llama.
So I'm trying to figure out how I can make a llama look like a Pokemon without knowing anything about a Pokemon. And llamas are like my favorite animal. Wish me luck.
Picture this. You're 10 years old. You're ready to get out of the house. You're tired of your parents, your absent father, and your mom who just also wants you out of the house so bad. So you go to your neighbor's house. He's a professor. He's like, "What's up, kid?" And you're like, "Please give me a creature. Creature, please." And he's like, "All right." He's like, Okay. And he throws out a smorgasbord of animals at you to start your world hopping journey as a prepubescent youth. Which one of these Pokemon are you taking with you? I'm getting really into this one. And he's like, okay, let me just give you one of these very destructive Poke monsters. You can go ham. Which one you picking? Which one are you picking? That's why I want you guys to think in the audience. Which one of these guys would you personally be interested in basically dogfighting? Which one of these little guys would you be interested in becoming your best friend and potentially beating up other people's best friends? That's what I want you guys to be thinking about while we now go to the reveal. Guys, welcome to the team challenge. Who's that Pokemon? How'd you guys feel about the team challenge, by the way? Just like overall thoughts. Did you guys have a good time?
I think the most amusing part was Amber not knowing Pokemon.
That was just so cruel.
But you know what, Amber, you actually did a lot better than I thought you were gonna do. So that being said, you guys all freaking knocked it out of the park. Every time I got an image from you guys, I was just so freaking stoked for everybody to see it. Anyway, let's go ahead and play this game. Who's that Pokemon?
Who drew this?
Can we guess who drew it before we see it based on the silhouette?
That would be fun.
Sure. Go ahead and reveal it. Down.
Yes.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's a little sheep.
It's a fire sheep.
Like tootin' fire.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
That's beautiful.
This is awesome.
That's a good
The
one.
colors are so good.
This one's actually mine.
Oh,
Whoa.
dang it.
I love the face on the last one. Lamarava? Is that how you say it?
Lamarava.
Lamarava.
Yeah,
I love
good.
it. It's so good.
Thank you. So my idea for it obviously is like a llama Pokemon, and it's a fire starter. And I wanted it to show like the progression of a volcano. So like Fumita or like Fumar means smoke or to smoke in Spanish. And so like at first it's smoke, and then with Flama it erupts and his like the neck, and then the like mushrooming of his wool at the top, like an explosion. And then with Lamarava is the lava like running down. And then I also wanted to like pay homage to piñatas and like kind of like party culture. So that's why it's Lamarava, which is like a rave. Yeah, I just had a really fun time with the color, like different patterns on it. I'm super happy with it. I think it's really fun. I would love to have this Pokemon, personally.
You know what's funny? The word llama also means flame in Spanish.
Does it really?
Yeah, like there's that double meaning.
My original design for the third evolution was like a lot skinnier, and I'm like, dang, like I need to beef this guy up, because like the third Evos, like you got to make them look like they're freaking tough, you know?
I love the silhouette, how it is like a mountain, but it got that llama head on it. It's really strong. I like that.
I love when the middle evolution has like teenage angsty vibes, and I feel like you hit that. Like
Yeah.
the hair over the eyes.
Yeah, you kind of look like those E-boys that have like the curly bangs. Yeah, let's go to the next silhouette.
This is gonna be cool. All right, first one.
He's cute.
Just a baby.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that's way cool.
Yeah.
That escalated quickly.
That's dope.
All right, this is actually Chelsea's.
I think the first evolution, especially, I felt like I got the style pretty good. Thank
This
you.
looks like a real Pokemon.
Thank you.
It really does.
Yeah, so I got a ton of help from Micah. Micah's like my idea guy. I actually wanted to do the fire, grass, and water starters because I was overly ambitious, but then I ran out of time. I feel like every generation has a theme that they kind of follow. I had this idea where I could do like past, present, and future. This would be like the future vibes. And then he evolves into like a little UFO. And I wanted to make his like tentacles kind of look like the flames of the ship, as inspired by like jellyfish, like see-through tendril tentacle things that could be like smoke or like action lines. He's like flying up. And then the last one, he like gets so big he breaks out of his UFO helmet thing. It's like glass shards coming out on his like neck thing, but they kind of look like teeth maybe. I don't know. The little tendrils become like a cape and he's all cool. Oh, and he's water psychic, so he's got like an asteroid belt that he's like controlling with his psychic powers.
I love this, Chelsea. I love how he like busts out of the thing, and like it does look like teeth, like where the glass breaks, and that's so cool.
Thanks. It's super fun to design. This was super fun.
I can't help but think like I'm pitting these Pokemon against each other. Just seeing Jordan's and Chelsea's, I'm like, oh, who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Chelsea's would wreck mine. Just the type advantage, you know.
Easy.
I love how his tentacles in this last one is like a puffed out chest almost as he folds his arms.
I feel like Squari and Galacquid might be kind of obvious what they are, but Nebika, Ika in Japanese is squid.
Yeah, I really like the style. Oh, I also like the little stars on Galaquid's head.
Ah, thank you. Very subtle, but I thought it added a nice, tiny little touch.
Just seeing these, I'm wondering like what was like the challenge out of all three of these? Because like the starter Pokemon is cute for both you and Jordan, and then the final evolution is just like as big and cool as possible. Is that middle Pokemon like is that where the struggle is, or where did you have difficulties coming up with the ideas? These are so dope.
For me, I actually had the hardest time with the third evolution because Micah, he had kind of the idea for the first two, and I like latched on right away. I was like, oh yeah, I see it, I see the vision. But the third one, he was like, oh, what if it was like a big sun, like its tentacles went out like a big sun, and it's like this planet kind of thing. I didn't vibe with that. I drew like a ton of different sketches because I wanted him to be big and beefy and kind of menacing, you know? So it took me a minute to figure out what I wanted to do. Jordan, what do you think about yours?
Yeah, no, I think the third evolution was the hardest one to design for myself too. He didn't like fit with the other two, and I had to redesign him a couple times. Then like getting like all the little intricate part, like his patterns and like how the lava flowed, that was kind of tough too. I would say the third one was the toughest. Good job, Chelsea. Does anyone have any other thoughts or comments for Chelsea on this one? All right, let's move on to the next one. I bet you guys can tell from the shadows.
Oh,
who
yeah.
this is
This
already.
is amazing.
Let's reveal.
It's a little guy.
Ooh.
That's cool.
I love the names that you chose for it, Kamei. The names are so good.
Many years of choosing like warrior names and stuff behind me for like warrior cats.
Tell us about it.
So it's a jackalope. I wanted to do something related to like a hare or a rabbit, and I thought that, you know, a grass type would probably fit it best. So it's a grass fighting type. And yeah, I think I had a tough time because I wasn't sure if I wanted to copy the Pokemon style or if I wanted to do my own, but eventually I just caved and did my own style. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this.
Dang, he broke off one of his own horns. That's crazy.
I also like how the broken off horn continues to grow as he grows.
Yeah.
But he keeps that little starter, you know. That's way cool.
Yeah, I actually had the detachable horn, like antler idea while I was in the middle of drawing the final evolution. If you were to watch the time lapse, you could see that at first I was just drawing like all of the horns on him, and then eventually I just like broke it off. I'm like, I'm just gonna put it in his hands. It's kind of cool. So
I like that he starts out in a cute little jumpsuit and it turns into pants, and then I'm assuming he reached a point where he just busted through the pants, so he decided to wear it as a cape instead.
yeah, I just wanted to make it look like at first kind of timid looking, and then he just gains a little more confidence, you know?
Yeah, Thornlet looks like he's seen some stuff.
I love how big his eyeball is.
It makes me want to see a starter that's like kind of creepy. He's got that kind of creepy stare, you know? I'd love to see a first evolution like starter, like kind of creepy vibes. I love it. It's so cool.
Like a Tim Burton, just such great character design.
Thank you.
And I think you also nailed that middle evolution too. Very angsty, very cool.
Yeah, I find that sometimes it's tough to get like a cool looking middle evolution. So I really wanted to make him look cool.
I'm still pitting all of these Pokemon against each other. That's just what I'm thinking about.
We've kind of got a rock, paper, scissors because this is a grass, and then we have a water and a fire.
We need Pokemon cards of these. Isn't that a thing?
I want to see like character pages of all of these. I want to see Thornlet using a vine whip or something.
I'm with Clay, and I just want to see an epic fight sequence.
All right, let's move on to the next one and see if we can guess who did this.
This is from the Game Boy era.
Is this Dallin?
I'm leaning toward Liam on this one. I don't know why.
The Gabby?
This is my guy.
Nice, nice.
I called him the soccer playing Pokemon because Noseball has no arms or legs, but Chimp Nose only has legs. So then they kick their young around with their legs, but Noseball is like a fluffy ball, so he's all good. And then Nose Ape is the goalie. He like blocks things. I did decide he was an electric type. He holds the electric charge inside of his nose. Gets bigger and more powerful as he grows up.
He reminds me of a little kiwi, like the little fuzzy guys that can't fly.
He reminds me of Probos monkeys, the ones with the big noses.
The reference was a monkey with a big nose. That was the real life animal I was kind of going off of. Some of my sketches of Nose Ape are pretty horrifying. His nose got way large and creepy. I spared you from those.
I'd love like a fourth evolution just to see how many appendages he has.
I think his nose would just get bigger.
It just becomes a nose.
It's just the big nose. It's the mega evolution.
I could see this guy just like.
He'd be that Pokemon that would pop up in the grass that you just hate. You just have to fight him to keep going. There's just like uncomfortably too many of them, so you just keep running it. Leave me alone.
Let's go on to the next one. See if we can guess who did this. Any guesses?
I'm guessing Ube.
This is so cool. Wait, it's its tail. I thought it was a cat with a fish.
The style's
I
so
would die.
good.
I would die for Mixedly.
I was trying to emulate the Pokemon style. What I wanted to do, instead of fire, water, and grass Pokemon as a starter, I thought it would be fun if like the starters were a different triangle, dark, fighting, and psychic. And like my favorites are the ones to shake up the formula. So I based it off of different animals, but like I started with the opossum. In Mexico, we call them tlacuaches. And then I just looked up like other animals. The first one is based off an animal called cacomixtle. It's like a cat raccoon. They're like nocturnal animals. I thought it'd be cool if like it was just like sleeping all day. I just made it like a cute cat sleeping. And then the next one is based off a Quati. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos of Quatis running around, but they like play it in reverse. And they play it with like Jurassic Park music, and like they look like tiny dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be funny if the tail had a face and it looked like a dinosaur. This one just like pretends to be like a plant Pokemon. And then the third one, I gave it like a Cubone mask, like a skull. Because like, you know, opossums pretend to be dead. And I lit its tail on fire because there's like this myth in Mexico that Tlacuaches stole the fire from the gods and gave it to humans. They had like a bushy tail and then they stole the fire and their tail got burned.
It's scaring me a little bit. I'm like, oh dang.
I feel like this Pokemon would just be really friendly. Tlacuache is like the animal, but Komali is like frying pan basically. You can put your tortillas there.
I also love how he goes from this cute cat raccoon to like one of the ugliest rodents there are. You nailed the style.
I just like want to know whose skull is he wearing?
His enemies, I don't know.
Maybe this one's just paper mache, you guys.
All right, cool. Good job, Ube. This is sick.
Thank you.
Any guesses?
I think it's clay.
This is 100% clay.
I wish it was. What the? Let's go.
It was me. I love the Pokemon Game Boy games, Red and Blue, like the original ones. So I kind of wanted that styling a little bit. I also really like evolutions like Caterpie, where it evolves into like a cocoon and then into a butterfly. And I actually spent a lot of the time on this working on a 3D project of an environment of Pokemon. I was like, oh shoot, I need to make an actual evolution. And so I had a banana on my desk that was turning brown, and I was like, you start out with, you know, this young, fresh banana boy. When he evolves, he's midlife, he's been beat up, trying to keep it together. And then finally, when he evolves to his last one, bananas go brown so fast that he just dies and turns into a zombie banana. He's practically invincible when he finally dies.
Is this a ghost Pokemon?
I was imagining just like grass.
Yeah, Liam and I were talking about it goes grass to ghost, probably.
Let's do it. Yeah, that sounds good.
I like how the Zom banana is like foaming at the mouth. And I like that.
These are what my bananas look like on my counter.
Yeah, usually Pokemon take a while to evolve. This is probably the fastest evolution between these three, you know?
Yeah.
You get to that third evolution like level 5.
Don't you get your starter at level 5?
Not this one.
I love how he's just like basically a cartoon.
All right, whose is this?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Cute.
The soggy doggy though.
Does he not have legs? How does he move?
If I may take a moment to go retrieve my muse.
It's either a mop or it's a dog.
It's a
This
mom.
is my friend Bachi, and I wanted to make her into a Pokemon.
I like to think that you can teach Mop Top Surf.
Yeah, they use this Pokemon in like supermarkets for sure.
I disagree. There'd be so much hair left behind.
It's like, why is everything wet? and
Stuck
covered
in the water puddles.
Also, I really like the theme of gaining appendages as you evolve again.
Kind of gaining them and then losing them again.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, it would be cool if like the last one just didn't have legs. It was just like a mom. Just walks like that.
Giant fur ball.
All right, good job, Nicole. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, any thoughts? Whose this is?
It's Kelly's.
Are those the names you chose? Because I didn't name them.
These are the names I chose because Kelly didn't name them. Bo, Buck, and Bucky.
I gave these about 40 minutes thought and then moved on. I didn't have enough time. I wanted to draw mouse ears, and that's about all the thought I gave this. I was like, let's do it.
I really like how the tail becomes is almost like a boxing glove. I don't know if that was intentional.
It wasn't,
I
but
think that's
let's
really
go
cool.
for it. I wanted to make them look cool, like go cute from cool, but I was just still mousy. I hate when Pokemon are adorable and then they just turn into like a big buff man. Because I was playing Pokemon Moon, where it's like a black cat. I love that Pokemon. And then his final evolution, he just turned into a man with the biggest pecs. And I stopped using him. I was like, absolutely not.
Wait, Incineroar?
Disappointing.
I'm gonna put your final Pokemon's head on a buff man's body.
Do it.
Yeah, actually.
Do it. You send it to Game Freak and they're like, we have some notes, and they just add like a buff man body at the end.
I'd say that does the trick. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I'd say that'll do it. Yeah, I'd say that would do it.
It's so funny because like in the anime they're eating or something, and then the Pokemon are off eating like out of like little animal bowls, and it's like a freaking like just a man like sitting on the floor eating.
It just seems wrong at that point.
They should be paying taxes.
Yes. I like how it just keeps its animalistic qualities instead of, like you said, just making it like become buff and stuff.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
This one's Clay's.
It's a Cyndaquil. It is a Cyndaquil! Oh my god.
Hey!
It looks a little bit like he lost his hand and he's just bleeding out.
Handle first, handle first.
This is Liam's.
Ooh.
Guys, my connection is so bad. This is Armadillo. That was the first name I came up with because I thought I was so flippin' clever. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, Pokemon puns. I thought Armadillo was kind of funny, so I tried to go with like barbecue theme. It's like a little brisket guy. And then Sunspot, I did not know like a good second Evo name. I just couldn't come up with one. But my pride and joy Armadillo, that's probably my favorite one that I made. The lava tank on his back. And yeah, now that I see it, Kelly, it does look like he's that's straight gore. YouTube's gonna demonetize that. I've always been a sucker for like I think is it Mad Mortar that has like the giant friggin' cannon hands. I did want to do more of that like Gen 1 watercolor rendering.
Yeah, like Ken Sugimori.
Like OG Ken Sugimori art style, so.
Sick. Cool. Last but not least.
Let's go.
I'll tackle it.
Oh my god.
This is definitely a dragon type.
Yeah, Amber in her process video was talking about how she wanted to do a llama, and Liam and I were busting up because I was gonna do a llama for mine. And so when you told us that, we were trying so hard not to like laugh and to tell you because we didn't want you to like change your idea.
Well, I was like, what? He did a llama too? Your llama looks like Pokemon. My llama, I don't even know what a Pokemon looks like, guys. So when you guys all talk about these types, I'm like, I don't even know what a type is. I don't even know if a llama can be a Pokemon, but I'm gonna make one.
To make it more Pokemon, the baby one should have just been an egg.
Well, they're all eggs.
Amber, tell us about your process though. Like, what were you thinking as you were designing it?
I didn't have much to think about, guys. I don't know. I was like, I don't even know what a Pokemon, what are they, right? So I was like, are they radioactive? Like, why do they grow, like they grow weird things, right? I don't even know like what they grow.
Alfalfa.
Is this its life cycle? Is this like, I don't even know. Well, so I was like, well, maybe it's radioactive. And so that like in my head was how I decided to go do this. I was like, well, they must be really cute if they're like small and cuddly. And then they're probably like this teenager angsty thing, which I think is funny because yours is angsty too, Jordan. And then I was like, well, then they gotta be like these super buff things when they're older. So sorry, Kelly. That's how I was like, maybe if I make it look like anime-ish eyes and if it has muscles, maybe it'll look like a Pokemon, because I don't know. So
Yeah, I really love the lines. Like, you just used a really cool brush, and the shapes are nice too.
I was thinking maybe it should like I was like, okay, Pokemon, they must like have some sort of like, they spew out something.
Spew into this.
So I was trying to figure out, and I was like, well, I think it should be like acid spit, but I didn't draw the acid spit, so sorry guys.
Cool.
I really love how the hooves, they become claws.
Not intentional, but that's actually terrifying.
And just like that, our Pokemon journey has come to an end. Or is it really a beginning? Because these Pokemon will be featured in Gen 10. Surprise. Just kidding, that would be freaking sick. I would love to play as Lamarava. I would love to have one. I would like to ride it around gloriously in the mountains, just spitting lava at people. This team challenge was an absolute blastoise. Liam put that in the script and I didn't want to say it, but he made me. It's been a blast though, from start to finish. The artist did an amazing job. But tell us what you think. Which starter would you choose and which one do you wish was real? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, you can support Digital Gravy by liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I gotta go. I gotta go on a journey to catch them all. Hey Mom, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find Dad. I forgot my shoes, my running shoes. I can't run without shoes.